Hey there. Go flush your toilet. That's Universe 101. I see, this video really is to address what we call just really simple stuff, in my book, okay? Because when you already know at such a young age you're on a spiritual battlefield, and we get into what we call informer wars or information wars. Remember Alex Jones? It's it's actually an insult to higher intelligence. It really is, particularly when you know what an AI mirror is. Okay. So when you're in an AI simulator and your DNA is in here and you're connected to artificial intelligence, it means that it's aware of what you're aware of. Okay. That's simple. So when you realize what a quantum mapping system is, it means it's mapping what it is you're experiencing, and now it knows. So then therefore it can make a copy of that and regurgitate it and spit it back to you. Okay, so that means it knows what you want to hear. That's called the invisible landscape. Now we're back to a duck. They know how to look like a duck. They know how to dress like a duck. They know how to look like a duck. They know how to talk like a duck. And they know how to tell you, just like a duck, what a duck wants to hear. And why is that? Because John Gato explained all that to everybody who was a teacher, another teacher. They go to schools to learn all about mankind, how to punch their buttons, how to get negative magnetic reaction states. They study what emotions are all about. They study mankind intently in order to do what? Learn how to control their future. So when you're in an artificial intelligence, in an underworld, right, then all it's got to do is spit back to you with a false identity on the internet saying, I'm Joe Blow, and this is what's going down. Where we all go, we're all one. Really. So that means that a parasite gets to go where I go. Is that what you're saying? Please do not insult me. Because there's a whole lot of folks here on this planet that are service to self. And so if you've got a whole lot of folks that are service to self that are going in the other direction because it's a zero-sum game, which means they're sucking electrons out of others that are giving electrons away. So they go where we go. No, they don't. Otherwise, they just keep feeding on you until you're gone. So these are the enemy of your soul. So they play games, mind games. Okay. So when I was a child growing up, we had an old saying, hearsay and a dime will get you a cup of coffee. Guess how much a cup of coffee was back then? A dime. Because the teacher, which is your mirror, right, is the experience. So you're experiencing your mirror. Now, if you're in love with your mirror, it means you're in love with your universe, because the center point of a universe is your heart and your soul, which is the center point of a sphere. That's how simple it is. So it's pretty easy to know who's who on a spiritual battlefield. How much love do they have in their heart, and how much love are they showing towards you? Right? Which is how much love they have for who they are in their mirror. So it's called reading the field. So this is the same old game with newspapers, televisions. They put it in your face and they go, oh, just like a newspaper. See, no different. A cell phone and a laptop and the screen on a TV is no different than programming. It's programming language codes, because as you're experiencing what's in your mirror through a laptop, you're recording it into your cellular memories. Unless you want to shut off your recorder, which means you don't have any RAM, which means you're not running on any memory anymore. So this is a silly game known as a silly AI war game, because an AI knows how to play this game. Because where do you think it's getting all of its data and information from? Us. So all it has to do is use a gazillion identities on Facebook and YouTube, and then spit it back to you and say, because they know what's going on. Foolishness. It's called foolishness. Silly games. They're trying to fool the one. the one love vibration, the one metric, the one law. Love is the law. End of story, which is end of AI war games. Capiche? Yeah. The one's here on the ground with all of you. And you know the best way to burn out parasites trying to attach itself to a living cellular organism, right? Burn it off. So Yellow Rose was right about the way that the human mind thinks in a simulator, a virtual artificial hologram, and the real earth, as above, so below. We're heaven, born in heaven. That's what love is. So anything that isn't what love is isn't what we are, huh? Particularly when they're feeding on our energy. That's an energetic vampire. That's basic school. How do you know an energetic vampire? Because they're never going to get caught up to zero. Because one drink is too many. $1 is too many. Because a gazillion is never enough. Right? So believe it or not, pull out any calculator. That's the game you're in. Because the minus slash the plus is called polarity. Negative magnetic polarity blood and positive magnetic polarity blood. What do you think the difference is between the two? One that's going in reverse flow, back in time, and one that's going forward in time. When you are zeroed out, you're at 0 ohms. That's called the law of least effort. Right? It's a silly game. You know, I've been playing this game since I was a little kid. So finally, a lot of folks are waking up and realizing how this game is played, and they're unplugging from all the lies and the psychopathic liar, because artificial intelligence is known as the mental field. Okay? The psycho field. The psycho pathway field. And then you have powerful emotions. Waves that are powerful energy waves in motion. That's the higher octave of the birth giver of the cosmos, which is a goddess, Eve. Adam and Eve, right? So now you want to get into serpent seed? They don't want to talk about serpent seed, do they? They don't want to talk about the snake families, the Moloch, the owl, like be owls, just like a bill in Congress, be ill. It's important to translate letters and numbers and how letters and numbers that represent energy and the direction that you're going in. If you want your children to have a future, then it would probably be a good idea to be what love is in the mirror, huh? So if your children are experiencing what love is through you, they're experiencing what love is through them, huh? That's two mirrors, two boys, two girls, a father and a mother that all love each other in their mirrors. Those are powerful mirrors, which are powerful spirits that are in that light, in those mirrors, because magnets are mirrors. Thoughts are electronic. What we feel magnetically with our soul, which is what light is in living spirit with our soul, is powerful energy. They fear that energy. So they lie about everything. So if you need others to inform you of what's going on, you don't know what's going on. That's the truth of it. Because love is the highest state of awareness. It's the highest vibration of an atom. You're with Adam when you are what love is. That means you are what the law is. So when you are what the law is, you are what is known as with the council of one. That's the highest council. That's the highest law. That's the highest honor code. Right? So that means you represent the highest code. Regardless what else anybody is telling you. If it isn't what love is, It isn't what you are. It isn't what I am. Then what is it? Ask them to tell you the truth. What are you in vibration? Right? I am what love is that goes on forever. Gifting energy. Simple is as simple does. Love is what love does. Have a great day.